Welcome to Big Boy Card Collecting. As always, I am your host, educator, and most importantly, your unboxer, Andrew Davis. And today we are going to be talking about the 2024 Panini Instant Rated Rookie Retro WNBA set. Now, this set features the top 14 WNBA rookies in their first season in what is considered to be a mini set. Now, this set is really cool because it is print to order, and there are only 8,329 of them printed to order of these 14 amazing rookie women in their first season. Now, before I go any further, I do want to mention a very cool fact about this set. This set is the retro component of it actually comes from the 1984 Don Ross baseball set, and that's where the style comes from. And this set is headlined by some of the best women that I am going to show you right now. And then I'm going to go through some prices for those who would like to know about it. So obviously we have Caitlin Clark. Very nice right there. Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark. We also have Angel Reese following Caitlin Clark. We have Rickea Jackson also following Angel Reese right there. Again, all these cards are numbered to 8,329. Cameron Brink as well. We have Aaliyah Edwards, which is also very cool. I love Aaliyah Edwards, a UConn girl right there. We have Kamilla Cardoso, I believe is how her name is pronounced. We have Jacy Sheldon as well. We have Alissa Pili. Very cool. We got Nika Muhl. We got Julie Vanloo, or Vanderloo, as it's sometimes pronounced. We have Kate Martin right there. We have Sevgi Uzun, I would like to say, is her name. Again, names are not my strong suit right there. We have Olivia Epoupa, or I'm not exactly sure how to say her name. And then we have Leonie Fiebich, I believe, or I think that's how it's said. Again, names are not my strong suit. You can see the beautiful back right there has all their teams on it. So those are the 14 women headlining it. This set, it was again print to order, which is very cool. So it was open for a very short window time. And I believe the set, when it first came out, if you bought one, was $40. And if you bought multiple, it became cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And then eventually the set closed from Panini. So I believe it was open around the second week of August. It was open for a week or maybe even 10 days. And then it closed. 8,329 of them were ordered. And what's very cool about this set that Panini does with these types of sets is they have a regular base version, which is this set that I just showed, and they have a premium version. And in this set in particular had a 14 only premium edition where all of these cards have a one-of-one parallel associated with them. And that set sold out extremely quickly. I know because I tried to get a few, and obviously those parallels are worth a lot more money than these cards. But having said that, many of these cards are going up in value and have gone up in value, which is where I think this gets so interesting. So a good example of this, just to prove the point about the Caitlin Clark. So I sold my Caitlin Clarks because I have 50 of these, and I only have about 3 left, I believe. 3, 4 left. So initially, I sold mine for about, on average, $18. And then just recently, I released another one, and I sold that one for $48. And currently, the Caitlin Clark is sitting anywhere from $60 to $80 raw on eBay. As we speak, I have not seen any graded copies of this, but it is anywhere from a $60 to $80 card. Now, I've also sold some of my Angel Reese's. Now, typically, my Angel Reese's I have sold for about $12, and right now I've seen them go from $12 to $20. So immediately, if you paid $40, the Caitlin Clark sitting would pay for the whole thing. You sell your Angel Reese. Now, I have not sold any of this one. That's a tough one to sell. I have not sold any of Cameron Brink. But again, these are all rookie cards, and they're considered to be rookie cards. Now, what's interesting about the Aaliyah Edwards card is, for those who don't know, Aaliyah Edwards has only had one rookie card the entire Panini Instant season. And that card only has 96 printed. So the fact that there is another 8,329 of another rookie card of hers means that this card and her rookie cards are extremely scarce. Her first, actually, that's not true. She had a draft night rookie card. But beyond that, and we're not really counting that one because that's a little bit different. but during the season, only 96 of her rookie cards were printed, minus this one and her draft night card. So there are not a lot of these cards out there of her rookie card, and that's something to keep in mind, especially when we look at value with these cards moving forward. Again, I don't know about this card. These have a tough time selling at the moment. These have a tough time selling because I believe that was a quick save by me, Jacy Sheldon. I like her a lot. But again, these are all rookie cards. Alissa Pili is similar. But this is where we get interesting with Nika Muhl. So I've been selling these for about $9 a card. And part of the reason why I believe this card is going for about $9, and I've sold about 10 of them for $9 in my eBay store, is because she's a UConn girl. Aaliyah Edwards is a UConn girl. And Paige Buchers is coming into the league soon enough. And so UConn has a long history with the WNBA, and there's a reason why she hasn't gotten much attention, playing time, and she's the sleeper. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, Julie Vanloo hasn't seen much attention, but Kate Martin was the wild card in the whole draft, where she was just in the stands, and she was actually drafted out of the stands during the WNBA draft, for those who are unaware. And these are selling for about $8.75 in my store right now, and I've sold about 12 of them. So that's another one to keep on the lookout for, is that card is selling for that. And then obviously I haven't seen much action on this one or this one. And right now the Liberty are actually in the finals. So this is an interesting card, because if the Liberty somehow beat the Lynx, there you go. You're going to have value in here because she's actually playing on the team. The reason why I bring all this up is obviously this set, even to go further as a complete set, I went through the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Kate Martin, and Nika Muhl, obviously have a lot of value. And if you just sold those 4 cards and you paid $40 for one of these sets, and then you wanted to sell that, you would have made money. Now, if you bought in bulk, obviously it becomes cheaper. And if you're looking to buy these cards because they are obviously sold out at this point, these are kind of the prices that are being thrown out for these. Now, several other cards like Rickea Jackson, I would put that at about $5. I'm selling mine for $5.75 in my store. And this is the important part about this whole set, is that some of these cards in the set obviously sell cheaper, and some of them sell for more money. So the ones that are really selling nicely right now is the Caitlin Clark, the Angel Reese, the Kate Martin, the Nika Muhls are very, very hot and very desirable at the moment. And this is the real money maker of the card. And again, before she was named Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark, it was a $48 card, give or take, when it was getting closer. When this card first came out and the window just closed, it was about 16 to 18. And now that she's Rookie of the Year, obviously that is one of the desirable cards from the WNBA. And the fact that it only has 8,329 print run, considering her rookie card and her first rookie card, Caitlin Clark's card, had over 42,000, it's an extremely low print run considering it's Caitlin Clark. Now, to go even further into this, so let's say you want a whole set. I've seen whole sets in a variety of prices. Somebody right now on eBay has a whole set for $110, $120 in that price range. So if you are just looking for the Caitlin Clark card and Angel Reese card, and it's going to run you $100, you might as well buy the whole set. Because for $10 more, you get Kate Martin and Nika Muhl, and those 4 cards exceed the value of $120. Now, if you go outside of eBay, and there's several companies that have these, they're asking $300 for this same set. So that's something to keep in mind, and this is why this is so interesting and so important, I think, to understand, is that this set is extremely desirable because it has a low print run. You got Caitlin Clark in there. You have an excellent class of 2024 in their first year, and there's a lot of upside for these women, because there's people who are retiring and are going to be retiring in the next 3-4 years. The WNBA has become institutionalized, not bad institutionalized, but obviously corporate money's coming in. And we're going to see these rookies really get play time and start redefining these teams. And that's the important part, is that if you pick up a set right now, I feel for $120, first off, between Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Kate Martin, Nikita Muhl, you already are beyond the value of that. And then as these players further develop and they become the superstars and become born into it, there you go. Not to mention that you have people like Jacy Sheldon, Alissa Pili, Rickea Jackson or Johnson, forget exactly her name. You have Vanloo in there. You obviously have the girl on the Liberty and several other players. You're going to start seeing them take on bigger and bigger roles. And your Aaliyah Edwards is another one where you're going to start seeing them develop. And if all of a sudden they're on winning teams and developed teams, and I'll be honest with you, if Caitlin Clark in the next year or two is in the finals, I mean, the Fever were in the playoffs, and then if she wins a championship in 1 or 2 years from now, all of her rookie cards are going to go up in value. And so there's a lot of upside with very minimal downside, especially if you get in right now. So this is why this set is so interesting, and I think it's so important to understand price. And so obviously 60 to 80 for the Caitlin Clark, 12 to 20 for the Angel Reese. Kate Martin, I'm selling mine for $875. I've sold them for $8 to $875, give or take that range. A lot of these cards like Jacy Sheldon, Rickea, Johnson Jackson, I'm selling for like $575, around that price. And Nikita Muhl, I'm selling for $9. And a few others I'm kind of selling cheaply. There you go, because right now those cards aren't developed. And so it's very, very important to know that this card is an expensive card. But if you could get it for $60, I would go get it right now, because I do not think you're going to go wrong, because I don't think a Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese retro rookie card or retro rated rookie card is necessarily going to go down in value. I think they're only going to go up. And so this is kind of what I wanted to talk about and what I really like doing here, because I think it is really, really important to understand value, because I know that after my 3, I'm looking at $70 for the Caitlin Clarks right now. So my last 3 that I have available for sale, or maybe even 4, I have to look at my stock because I have a few left over from my buyers who got in early. And several of my buyers, after that window closed, actually bought my cards for $18. That is no longer available in my eBay store. I want to make that crystal clear for everybody. But this is why it's so important, I think, to be aware of when cards are releasing, when to buy cards, because all of my buyers who bought it for 18, legitimately, they can flip this card right now and make almost a 4x on it, a 3 to 4x on this card alone, and pay for what they bought on it. So that's why I want to talk about this. And I think it's very important that you understand, in my audience at least, and everybody who wants these cards and missed it, what they actually go for, what the free market has determined their value, so that you can properly assess. And again, I do not think, and it's just me telling you what I think as a card collector, as somebody who buys, sells, flips cards a lot and does it on a big level and a small level. I've sold $400 cards. I sold $450 cards. I sold an $800 card. I've also sold $8 cards. I think that you cannot go wrong picking up this set. It's a beautiful 14 card set. And that's kind of my whole thing, is that I really believe that you cannot go wrong, because this is an excellent class. And with the 4 women I mentioned, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Nikita Muhl, and Kate Martin, and we could throw Aaliyah Edwards in there. I think those 5 women, I think you're going to make your money back. And I think in 3-4 years, you're going to be able to sell these cards for a lot more money. And that's just my take on it. And I'm purposely holding some back because I would like that upside heavily. So that's kind of the thing that I have to say about this. It's a beautiful set, and I think it's amazing. And that's really what I got for you. And again, I kind of wanted to show off this stuff. There are no surprises in this. This set has been out there for a while. But I do think it is important to talk about the education. So that's everything I got with this set. Again, this is big boy card collecting. I'm a host, I'm an educator, and I'm an unboxer, and I'm a huge fan of cards. And I do sell cards, and I'm just going to plug my eBay store. It is Pop Anime Comics Collectibles. If you are looking for cards, collectibles, all sorts of stuff, if you're looking for some comic stuff in that range, I got you covered, and that's everything I do. The link will be down in the description down below. And yeah, I appreciate everybody watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. This is my first video, and absolutely, I'm planning to do a lot more unboxings and I got really cool stuff coming in the next few months. So thank you so much for watching. I absolutely appreciate it. And I look forward to everybody sticking with me. And happy card collecting, everybody.